I want to say a very big shout out to Ojekunle Oluwason for his message. He says, hey, he said, we appreciate and value all that you do. I'm so grateful. Many thanks for all that you're doing towards helping graphic designers. God bless you very much for, you deserve a like and you deserve a heart as well. God bless you. And then also Rootsby Chiboko, this guy has been there since day one. Also, thank you so much. He comments on every video. He's like a brother to me now. And I'm so grateful for being a #1 supporter of my brand. God bless you so much. Amazing designs as well. As always, thank you for sharing. Thank you to Rootsby. We also have Diane Rogers for the comment. I've been eagerly awaiting this video, subscribed, and so thank you so much. Okay, and then also this Minister Chum Bismarck says you are doing great job. Keep it up. Thanks, bro. Now without further delay, let's just step into Photoshop and then let's start with today's video. So this is the file we are going to create. I'm going to control, and the first thing I'm going to do is we are going to start with our canvas, and I'm going to keep the dimension 2000 for the width and then 2000 for the height. Also, we're going to keep the resolution 300, and then let's just call it perhaps birthday flyer, and we are done with it. Let's leave everything like this and set the background to color white and then click on create. Okay, so now the background done, we also want to bring in our guard. So I'm going to the view and I'll go to new guard layout, and then I'll set it to 8:8, and then that is it. Maybe click the margin, turn the margin off, and then click on create. Let's start with the background. Now the background is going to be a little complex. I'm going to start by bringing in the image first. Guys, bring the image in first to let you know what I'm doing, and I'm going to drag it somewhere here, and I'll drag the image somewhere down a little bit. Maybe this is good. Also, I like to drag it like that, make it quite bigger, something like that, and then drag it a little bit down again. Also, you want the head to be in the middle of the, so the middle of the head to be in the middle. I consider here to be the middle of the head. Okay, and I'm dragging it somewhere there. Maybe I'll drag it down a bit more, and this looks quite better. I'll leave it like this, and then let's drag it down more. So there is it. I'm going to put it in a group over there, and then I'm going to call it image. So our image is done. Also, now let's work with the background. I'll go to adjustments. I'm going to pick a solid color, and I'm going to use B22929. Okay, it looks reddish, and that is good. We are going to use red and orange. That is the primary colors we are going to be using today. Okay, so now there's it, and I like to give it a brush glow there, and the brush glow, I'm going to set the color over here to FFA3A3, and I'll click on OK. I'll pick my brush, make sure I give it a new layer here. Okay, so this is the new layer, and then I'll pick my brush. I'll go and set it to soft round brush. Okay, and then I'll increase the font. I'll increase the size a little bit. Why do I keep saying font? And then I'll strike there, and then strike there a bit more. All right, so I also go in there and I'll set it to color dodge. Nice. Okay, I feel like this is better. Okay, now we are still doing the background. Okay, we need to make sure it's rich. Control G, let's call it BG. Okay, I want it to be very rich. Okay, the more detailed it is, the better and the more realistic it is. So let's open the background. Okay, now there's it. I am going to bring in rows. I'm going to bring in these rows. And I'll drag it somewhere there. Alright, enter. And then let's see, let's duplicate it. Okay, so now with this one, let's see, we're going to give it a little blur. And so let's go to filter, let's go to blur, let's go to Gaussian blur. Let's set it to 11. Click on OK. Okay, now let's click on it and let's duplicate it. Control T, and then let's flip it horizontal, and then let's drag this one also here. Maybe rotate it up a little bit more. I feel like this is great. Okay, so now that is with the rows. Also, we need to bring in some gradient here. I'm going to create in a layer, and I'll pick my brush. Alright, I'll come here and pick this color 330E0E, and I'll click on OK. Okay, make sure my caps lock is off. Increase the size of the brush, and then paint this side, paint that side. increase it a bit. That is it. Okay, so this looks promising. Also, we want to bring in a wall there. You can see this is all the background. So that's it. Let's drag it down somewhere there, and then let's give it a mask. I'm going to give it a mask. I'm going to click on my brush and I'm going to reduce the size a bit more. Okay, and then I'll mask that side. Set the color to color black. Okay, and click on the white side. You click here and then you click, hold shift and then click here. It masks it nicely. Now I'm going to figure out what I should do with this wall. I'm going to give it soft light for the blending mode. Looks more realistic, right? And then also it looks too sharp. Want it to be in the background because it's already in the background. At least look realistic. Let's go to filter, let's go to blur, then let's go to Gaussian blur. Let's set it to 5 for the radius and click on OK. Okay, and then you can see we mask the edge a little bit there. Now it makes it more realistic and better. Okay, I feel like this is good. Also, we need to add what do I call it? More like a vignette. Okay, so I'm going to set it to color black there, and I'm going to reduce the opacity. In fact, let me not reduce the opacity now. Let's click over here on the mask, click on our brush, set it to color black, and then just increase the brush size. Click here, come and click on the brush again, increase the brush size. Okay, and just click here and then click there. Okay, now let's go to the opacity and then let's reduce the opacity all the way to 48. Enter. I feel like this looks realistic. This looks quite realistic. Okay, now let's also bring in some flowers. All right, let's bring in the same flowers again, the same rose. We intend to use rose today. And then let's hold shift and then let's reduce it, rotate it like that, then drag it somewhere there. You want it to show in there like that. Enter. And then let's also go to Gaussian blur, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then we want to set it to 11 again. Click on OK. So it remains in the background. I'm also going to give the overall composition or the overall background hue and saturation, and I'll go to red. Okay, go to master, set it to red, and then the hue here, set it to 8. That is all. We just change the colors a little bit. Now you can see it affects the entire even the green, it affects the green as well. I feel like there's something missing. Now let's pick our text tool and then let's type somewhere here. Now let's go and pick our text. I'm going to pick Ohima and then I'm going to paste it there. Click on my move tool and then move it in there so that we can see it well. Let's go to the character, let's change it. We're going to use DD. I'm going to use Bougainville or Bougainville. You can see there's it. I'm going to use that one and I'm going to set the tracking to 0. Awesome. And then Control T, then I'll rotate it and let me see, rotate it counterclockwise and drag it somewhere here. Enter. Now let's work more on it. I'm going to set the font size to 230. Okay, very big. Yeah, very big. And let's leave everything like that. In fact, the color, let's go to the color. Let's set the color to D15A48. Okay, click on OK. And then let's set it to screen so it blends nicely. Click on your move tool and then let's move let's move it somewhere there. Okay, so I feel like this is great, but then the background needs to look rich and more realistic. And one of the things you do to make something realistic in an image, especially when it comes with glow and the dark as noise, we are going to hide the image, and then we click on Control Alt Shift and then E to put everything on one particular layer. This one, let's right click it and then let's convert it to Smart Object. Now let's bring in image again. Okay, so now this is it. Okay, now this one, let's call it PG, small letters PG, and this is how we're going to add the noise to it. So we are going to filter, let's go to camera raw filter, and then we are just going to do one thing and one thing only. you're going to add noise in there. Click on OK. Let's go and add noise in there. Let's go all the way to, let's see, effect. Yes, and then the grain, let's add 29 there. Okay, let's add 9 to it, 29 there. Great. And then let's go to the vignette. The vignette, let's do it -26 for the vignette, and let's click on OK. So all of a sudden there is a strange strong grains and noise in there. Makes it realistic and very, very nice. Also, let's give it hue and saturation, and then let's click over here on colorize. Exactly. And then let's click on the hue. Let's set it to 0. Let's set the saturation to 4.8. Exactly. This looks nice and promising. Let's click on it. Let's put everything in the background. We're done with the background. And the image itself, we also need to go to camera raw filter, and then we need to work on it. So let's do a smart object. Let's go to camera raw filter. We need to make it more epic. Now, if you don't know how to use the camera raw filter to make it more epic, there was a video that I created some time ago. I'm going to leave it in the description for you as well. How to use a camera raw filter to make your image more sharpened and nicely. I'm going to link it to the video as well. You see it. You can use it. I'll show you in depth how to create something like this. Okay, I'm not going to explain it for now. Alright, I'm going to set the temp here to -12. Alright, and then I'm going to set the tint I'll leave it like that. The contrast, let's make it 27. Now there's a reason why I'm doing all these stuff. If you do not understand, guys, remember there was a video that's going to explain everything to you. The highlights, I'm going to give it some 3. I like how it looks like for the meantime. Let's make the shadows, let's give it more shadows, 65. And then the white, just tone the whites down, -26. And then the blacks, let's give it -28. Guys, remember there's a video that explains how I create this stuff. You want that video, check in the description, you will find it. 79 for the clarity. Let me give it 9. And then the black, let me add 8 to it. Yep. And then let's see, I think this looks great. That is all. Click on OK. Love how it looks like. Let me create a new layer. Click on my brush to click on the layer here, and then come here and pick color black for it, and then just reduce it a little bit. Now you want to just on the shirt area there, and then let's set it to 50%. Okay, and then let's clip it to it. For the meantime, just want to clip it to the image. Okay, now I feel like we can give it a mask as well. Click on the mask and then reduce the brush, and then this area, or we can just, including this side, we can just clean the, and then maybe even this side as well, the whole of this side. We just want it perhaps just on the dress. You feel me? Yeah, I know you feel me. We are done with the image. Let's bring in some extras. Okay, and the extra, the first one I'm going to be bringing is this ribbon. I'm going to drag it into Photoshop. I'm going to reduce it a little bit, drag it down, and then like that, and then maybe like that. I think this is great, right? And then enter. Okay, and then also I like to bring in this love as well. Drag it there, and I'll release somewhere here. Now with this one, I might experiment where to place it. I might just experiment where to place it. Let me see. Great. And then let's go to filter, let's go to blur, let's go to motion blur. At the motion blur, you want the angle to be the exact angle that you feel like when the 3D icon is moving. I feel like it's moving towards 40, and I also feel like we should give 54 here. So that's what I'm going to do. And once I do that, I might end up even rotating it down like that. Click on the mask here, click on your brush, reduce the size of the brush, and then set it to color black there, and then just create something like that. Okay, all right, so I feel like this is great. Let's put it in a group. Let's call it extra. Now let's bring in the date, and the date I'm going to type somewhere there. Let's go, let's reduce it all the way to maybe 50 or something like that. Let's pick the information. I'm going to pick Feb. Come in there and I'm going to paste Feb there. I do not want to use this font. I want to use Montserrat because we use just 2 fonts throughout. And then Montserrat, now I want to set it to 21. And then I also want to set here to regular. And then the tracking, you want to set the tracking to 0. And then let's keep it color white. Okay, let's click there, let's move it somewhere there. Let's duplicate it and then let's drag it up. Also, you want to bring in that one as well, the figure or the particular day. Now you want it to be very bold because you want some contrast in there, so I'm going to make it black for the style, and I'm going to keep it 33 to make it also a little bit bigger, and then let's make it bold here. In fact, I might also make this one bold. Yep, we're going to keep it white as well. Now that we have it like this, we can easily come and create our round, rectangle, ellipse, something. No, I don't want that way. Let's go back. We want ellipse. Hold shift and then create a rectangle there like that. Okay, and then set the white to the fill here, and then the stroke also set it to white as well. But then the fill here, you want to set the fill to 0. That is the whole point. The fill, set the fill to 0. And now you want to put February and 25th in a group and call it date. When we are done, we're going to put the ellipse inside as well. But for the meantime, let's stick with this. Now you want to hold Control and click on the ellipse, click on the date, and then go and click on your move tool, and then click here, and then click here. Simple as that, right? Control D. You also want to go to February and then drag it down a bit more. In fact, let's click on our character. Let's check middle align. That's great. That is great. So I feel like this is great for the meantime. Now we can drag the ellipse also inside it, and drag the ellipse underneath the whole thing. Let's move it somewhere there or here. Great. The next thing is the ellipse. Let's give it some layer styles. What do you say? And so the layer styles, we're going to give it glow do. Here, set here to screen, set here to 28, set the color to color white. Yeah, color white. And then let's see, the technique, set it to softer, and then the choke, set it to 0, the size, set it to 67, and then also set the contour to this. That is all. The range, set it to 50. And what else am I looking on? I think let's click on the edge here. I think that is it. Click on. Okay, let's close it. Let's type in the name to, click somewhere there. Let's go and type in the name Ohima, and then let's paste it there. Now Ohima, we want to use, let's pick 2 names. We want to use the font we used earlier on, Bougainville. Okay, and we're going to set the font here to 50 to 50. We're still keeping it color white. Let's go to the lead and let's set it to let's say 42. Okay, and then let's click over there and then let's drag it here. because the background looks some way, we can't actually see it well. Let's give it a little. Let's go to drop shadow, multiply black, opacity 100, the angle 90, and then let's see what else can we do to it. Let's set it to 9. Let's set it to 0. Let's set it to 58. I think this is good. The contour, leave it like this and then click on OK. I think this is better. We're going to put it in a group. We are going to call it name, and then I think let's just type somewhere there and pick happy birthday as well and paste happy birthday there. Let's delete it. Let's just type happy birthday there, and then let's use Montserrat again for it. And then the font size, let's use 14. Let's leave the tracking 800. Let's give it a peculiar color as well. Let's give it FFBBAE. Alright, let's give it OK. Control T on it and then right click it and then counter clockwise, guys. Remember that. Let's drag it somewhere here. Okay. I feel like this is great. Okay, so I feel like this is good. Maybe you have to click on it and then go a little bit up there again. Not really white, but it looks. We just want to make sure the contrast is well placed. So we are done with that one. Let's put it in the name category also. Now let's Control Alt Shift and E to merge everything into one group or one layer. Right click it and then convert to Smart Object. Alright, let's go to filter. Let's go to camera raw filter. Now this is the concluding part. We also want to make it epic. We want to make sure the colors and everything blend in there. You can see on the face is a little bluish. I want to still get it out, so I don't want that blue in there, so I'm just playing with it. I'm going to the temperature. I'm going to give it 19. You can see it's getting rid of it little by little. I'll go to the contrast. I'll make it, let's say, 19 as well. Alright, I'll go to the texture. Let's see, where's the texture? Here are you. Let's make it 31. The colors are coming, nicely done. I'll go to the vibrance. Let's see, I'll give it 12. Then I'll go to, let's close it. I'll go to detail. I'll go to sharpen. I'll give it 27. I'll go to noise reduction. I'll give it 8. I'll go to that one as well. I'll give it 17. Okay, and then let's close it. Now where should we go to? I think this is nicely done. This is done. But I don't really like one thing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on OK. What I don't like is the image, the dress doesn't look really nice like that. It doesn't look really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on hue and saturation. I'm saying nice because I don't like the color in that. I want the color to be maybe plain white or so. It's not like that. So I'll go to yellow. In fact, let me clip it to it first. Okay, and then I'll go to yellow and I'll drag the saturation all the way down, and then I'll Control I to invert it. I'll click on my brush, set the opacity and the flow to 100, color black. Let's set color white. Nice. And then make sure caps lock is off. Increase the size of the brush, and then let's mask it. Great. Let's mask it. Okay, let's mask it. That way only the yellow gets deleted out of the whole thing. You feel me? You just want to get rid of just the yellow. Just the yellow. Okay. That looks good. Now the blue on the hair too. I don't like the blue on the hair. Okay, let me see. I'm going to hide this. Okay, and I feel like it's all the way in the image where we did the initial one. So I'm going to click on the camera raw. Okay, we need to convert that blue over there in the hair. We need to convert it out. We need to get it out. So I'm going to increase it. We need to get it out. Okay. And to do that, I'll go to color mixer. I'll click on blue. And then I will tone it down a bit more. Let's see. Yep, that is it. Okay. Okay. And then I'll come here and then set it to color black there. Click over here on it. You can see, reduce it. And then I'm going to brush here because I want the blue here to show. Now these are little technicalities, but they go a long way to make your flyer epic. Epic. Okay. Alright, so that is it. Now I'm going to close this one. I'll click on the name. Make sure this is off. You can see this one is off. Invisible. Control Alt Shift and then E to bring this. Control C to copy it nicely down. Now I'm going to hide it. Double click this one. And then paste it here, and then I'm going to delete this one. Control S to save it. Now I feel like it's saving. Okay, so it's done saving. I'm going to delete it because now it's gone. Right, it's gone. I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going to bring in the original camera raw filter now. Boom, the blue is gone. And looks epic too. Okay, now I can even boost this blue over here. I can boost it a little bit because I want that color to also show nicely. It looks very faint in there, so I'm going to boost that blue out. All right, so what we are going to do is this blue, let's boost it. Let's go to color mixer, and then let's push the no, not that one. Let's set it to 0 here. But this one, let's boost it up. Let's make it 16 here. 18 there. Let's click on this one as well. Let's push it up. Alright, and then this two, let's push it up. Okay. And then that is it. Okay, so guys, that is it. Now if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel as well. There are more videos coming up. I don't want you to miss them. Also, this PSD file, later on I'm going to drop the PSD file for everybody. That's if this video gets 50 likes and also get some few comments as well. Guys, make sure you comment some. Thank you very much.